A storm is brewing in the Caribbean. U.S. carrier groups, air assets, and special forces are moving closer to Venezuelan waters, even as President Donald Trump insists he's not taking America to war. But the message from Washington is mixed, and the world is watching for what comes next. During a CBS interview on Sunday, Trump dismissed talk of war, but warned that Venezuela's Nicolás Maduro's days are numbered, a remark that sent shockwaves through Caracas and beyond. Behind the denials, construction crews have been quietly reactivating the Roosevelt Roads naval base in Puerto Rico, shuttered for 2 decades, now humming back to life. Military analysts say it's the clearest sign yet that U.S. forces are preparing for something far bigger than a routine patrol.
The United States is expanding civilian airport infrastructure in Puerto Rico and on the island of St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands. These territories are located some 500 miles off Venezuela.
Maduro isn't buying Washington's explanations. Standing before Caribbean lawmakers, the Venezuelan leader accused the U.S. of fabricating a narrative to justify regime change and seize his country's oil wealth. His words, defiant and raw, laid bare the paranoia gripping Caracas.
And the truth is that Venezuela is innocent. Everything that is being done against Venezuela is to justify a war, regime change, and to steal our immense oil wealth, which is the largest oil reserve and the 4th largest gas reserve in the world.
Even the Kremlin is weighing in, calling for calm while quietly tightening its military partnership with Venezuela. Moscow's message is unmistakable. Don't light another fuse in a world already burning.
Of course, we want everything to remain peaceful, and we don't want any new conflicts to arise in the region. The world is already full of conflicts. We don't need new ones.
As Washington tightens its grip in the Caribbean, Venezuela turns east, rallying behind Moscow and Beijing. Maduro boasted his forces now rely on heavy weaponry thanks to President Putin and China, a signal that Caracas sees its survival tied to Russia's and China's defiance of U.S. power.
We have all the heavy weaponry equipment that fortunately President Chavez bought for the country, thanks to President Putin, thanks to Russia, thanks to China, and thanks to many friends in the world. Venezuela has equipment to guarantee peace. And during these 10 weeks of imperialist threats, of psychological war, we have been with serenity and tranquility doing our homework, fulfilling our duties.
The standoff now teeters on the edge of something far bigger. U.S. warships prowl the Caribbean, and Maduro clings to Moscow and Beijing for cover. Both sides speak of peace, yet every maneuver, every deployment tells a different story. One where a single spark could set the entire hemisphere on fire.